Hi everyone, we are from Group 6 and in this video we will talk about the business culture in India. First, let me introduce you to our group members. We have Phil Arista, Gadis Kunaka, Krisnandaryano, and Jirhan Sarah. And then we are going to the content of the video. Number 1, we have the role in doing business. 2, conversation etiquette. 3, gesture and mimic. 4, outfit. 5, performance. And then the last is like and dislike manners.
The role of doing business.
First, the role of doing business. India is considered as one of the major forces in the global economic market as it stands in the 6th positions, the growing international economy. The Indian economy has a major impact on the global market. Most of the world leading developed nations are keen to expand their ties when it comes to business in India. The factors such as high populations with comparatively cheaper labor force, along with an enormous market base and the increase in the spending habits of the middle and the upper class and groups have proven to be major force behind such attractions. Therefore, India is becoming a major marketplace for foreign companies to set up business in India. Industrial units in economy so enormous as India. 95% industrial units in the country consist of small business, and 40% of total industrial output is contributed by these small industries. Again, small business make around 45% of the total export from India. This India government also encourage the operations of small business to utilize the labor by drafting policies and establishing low loan interest rates. Utilizations of local resource, the awareness of needs and the demands of local community makes the small business emergence in the rural and the semi-urban area. Small business is community-based and generally focused on the fewer area. This gives the opportunity to business to utilize the local resource like raw material, local talent, labor, and demographic opportunities.
Conversation.
2. Conversation. The first is categorize you because of India diversity. They don't look at each other simply as Indians. Each person is a particular kind of India. A Bengali, a Telanguredi, a Sardarji. Categorizing might sound like stereotyping, but in a country with so many people, it's helpful to at least have a general classification to put someone in. Small talk help them decide to category to put you in. The second is to find a way to get you into their circle. They are filtering and storing every piece of personal information you give and figuring out how they might be able to help you or vice versa. 4 things Indians wish you talk more about. First is family, second is celebrities, third is travel, and the fourth is proudly Indian. And also there is 6 things Indians wish you talk less about. First is skin color, second is caste, 3 is cows, 4th is Pakistan, 5th is English skill, and 6th your home country.
Gesture and mimic.
Number 3. Gesture and mimic. India has some unique gesture and body language which are sometimes too tricky to understand. Indian gestures are open, loud, and highly expressive. Having a thorough knowledge of Indian gesture can help blend with the people and make sure you don't get offended or offend someone else. The first one, the Namaste or Vanakam, is if someone joins them both hands with open palm facing each other and followed a gentle smile on the face of the people while they say Namaste. That is exactly the sign of warm welcoming and acceptance accompanied. This is a traditional Indian sign of bowing in front of someone and joining hands is greeting them with dignity and respect. This gesture is called Namaste. Number 2, the nodding and shaking of head. A habit of nodding and shaking head have been culturally ingrained in Indians. The nodding gesture, where the head is moved up and down, or sometimes diagonally tilted, shows approval. It usually means acceptance or acknowledgement, while the other head shaking gesture, where the head is shaken sideways in a rapid motion, denotes disapproval or denial. It usually means a negative response. Number 3, using the right hand to do almost everything. Using the right hand predominantly in everything suspicious activity is one of the most strictly followed traditions in India. The left hand is considered unclean and unholy while doing activities. And then the last one, don't touch anything with your feet. Feet are considered unhygiene and unclean for the obvious reason that you walk on your feet everywhere and anywhere. Using your feet to do any sort of activity is considered bad in Indian tradition. Number 4, outfit. Garments worn in India have evolved over time. Influences from the Gupta period, establishment of the Islam and British colonization have been visible in the costume throughout history. Fashion in India became a widespread phenomenon after independence, especially in the late of the 1980s through the 1990s. First one is lehenga choli, number 2 salwar kameez and churidar, number 3 is dhoti, number 4 bandgala, and then the last is achkan or sherwani.
Performance.
Introduction and greetings. A flexible approach is important and it is often best to be guided by the person with whom you are meeting. Etiquette requires a handshake. Although some Indians may use the namaste, common greetings involving pressing your palms together with fingers pointing upward and accompanied by a slight bow. When entering a business meeting, always greet the most senior person first. When exchanging business card, make sure to receive the card with your right hand and put it away respectfully. Small talk at the beginning of a business meeting is common and you could include questions about your family. Equally, it is perfectly appropriate to ask after the family of business partner. And in some instances, this may be a good way of building trust. In general, Indians place importance on and prefer using formal title. So, if you are a meeting doctor or a professor, they may expect or appreciate by addressed by the given title. The exception, of course, if they indicate otherwise, using Mr. or Mrs. when addressing a colleague or someone senior is preferred. Women in workplace are often addressed as Madam and men as Sir. The suffix "G" is commonly used, especially when addressing someone senior both in age and in rank. The use of English. English is widely spoken in business and is one of India's official languages. Many Indians and business managers speak it fluently. Though, of course, meaning can vary across cultures and countries, Indians may have a particular difficulty saying no, as it can convey an offensive message. Instead, they will prefer making statements such as, "We'll see," "Yes, but it might be difficult," or "I will try," when they likely mean no. Listen carefully and be aware of the meaning behind this answer. Do not attempt to compel your contact to be more direct, as this can be counterproductive. Meeting style will be heavily dependent upon the type of organization with which you are engaged in business. Many of emerging and highly successful high-tech, finance, and bioscience industries are actively pursuing Western-style business methodology, and this will result in meeting following familiar patterns with agenda, a chairperson, and a reasonable timekeeping. More traditional Indian companies will, however, retain more local approach to meeting, and this may cause the international business traveler more concern. Meetings with more traditional Indian organizations are likely to seem very informal, with the possibility of interruptions. where unknown people enter the room and start to converse about orders, disconnected issues, or where your contact breaks off to answer the phone. Do not show irritation if you find yourself in this situation. Just accept it as part of the nature of life on the subcontinent. As a heavily relationship-oriented society, meetings might initially center on seemingly non-business-focused discussion. This is an important part of the cycle of business and shouldn't be rushed or dismissed as time wasting. Show that you are a person to be taken seriously by engaging in the necessary small talk. Only when you have convinced your context of your business worthiness is good business likely to flow smoothly.
Like it is like manners.
Like manners, the first one, a business meeting in India may not end with a decision, but will likely include a meal. And the second one, show respect and interest on whatever they are saying. And the third, good topics of conversations include cricket, politics, films, music, Indian history and culture, and economic reforms. And never ask about religion, Pakistan, or their country's poverty. And after that, do not say thank you at the end of the meal, but be sure to praise the food and show your appreciation while you eat. And the next is expect to exchange business cards. If they are in English, they don't need to be translated on the back. Present your card face up with the text facing your business prospect and accept cards with appreciation and pride. Make sure you look at the card and then place them in attractive card holders. This shows you value them. After that, this is about the dislike manners. Indian women may not shake hands with men, and Western women should also wait for Indian men to extend their hand. In restaurants, it is common to order several dishes to be shared. Let the Indians order. If utensils are not provided, a waiter will serve you, and do not dip into a common dish with your hand. You may ask for a spoon that may or may not be provided. It is best if you are prepared to eat with your hand, because remember to use your right hand only. The left hand is considered as unclean. And use the naan or the bread in India for a scoop and form rice into neat balls. And after that, don't point your feet or finger at the people. Don't outright decline an invitation or request. And the last one is don't judge the whole country. I think that's all for me. Back to moderator.
Okay, that's all that we can share in this video. If you have any question or any suggestion, you might ask to our group now. Thank you.